Welcome to the class. In today's lesson, we'll learn elementary operations or elementary transformation of a matrix. There are three kinds of elementary matrix operations. Number 1, interchange two rows or columns. Number 2, multiply each element in a row or column by a non-zero number. Number 3, multiply a row or column by a non-zero number and add the result to another row or column. When these operations are performed on rows, they are called elementary row operations, and when they are performed on columns, they are called elementary column operations. Now we will learn some operation and their short notation. First, row operations. Interchange row I and j. Multiply row I by s, where s is not equal to 0. Add s times row I to the row j. Column operations. Interchange column I and j. Multiply column I by s, where s is not equal to 0. Add s times column I to column j. Invertible matrices. If A is the square matrix of order m and there exists another square matrix B of the same order m such that AB equal to BA is equal to I, then B is called the inverse of matrix A and it is denoted by A inverse. In this case, A is called invertible matrix. Let A is equal to 2, 3, 1, 2 and B is equal to 2, minus 3, minus 1, 2 with the two matrices. Then AB will be 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, minus 3, minus 1, 2. Multiplying, you will get 2 to the 4, minus 3, minus 6, plus 6, 2, minus 2, minus 3, plus 4. This is 1, this is 0, 0 and 1. Here A and B both are square matrix of order 2, and by multiplying we have found that their product is equal to the identity matrix of the same order. Let us find BA here again. B is 2, minus 3, minus 1, 2. A is 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. 2 to the 4, minus 3, 6, minus 6, minus 2, plus 2, minus 3, plus 4. We get 1, 0, 0, 1. Again we are getting the product as the identity matrix of order 2. I. This is an identity matrix. So AB is equal to BA is equal to I. It means that this implies B is the inverse of A, or we can say A is the inverse of B. Now we will show that if a matrix has an inverse, it must be unique. So let us assume this matrix A has two inverses, namely B and C. So this implies AB is equal to BA is equal to I and AC equal to CA is equal to I. Now let us start with B. B can be written as B into I, and I is AC or CA. So let us write AC in place of this I. Using associativity of matrix multiplication, if we have to multiply 3 or more matrices, you can multiply them in any order. So BAC can be written as BA into C. Now, since BA is also I, so on the right side we will get I into C, B equal to I, C. I is the identity matrix. If you multiply any matrix by identity matrix, the matrix will not change, so B equal to C. This implies A has only one inverse. B and C are not two different matrices, they are the same matrix. Now we'll show AB inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. From the definition of inverse, we'll have AB into AB inverse is equal to I. Multiplying by A inverse from the left hand side on both the sides, we'll get A inverse AB, AB inverse is equal to A inverse I. So by associativity of matrix multiplication, we can write A inverse A into B, AB inverse equal to A inverse into I equal to A. In fact, I into any matrix of the same order is equal to that matrix itself. Again, A inverse A is equal to I. So I into B, AB inverse is equal to A inverse. So it is B into AB inverse equal to A inverse. Again, multiplying by B inverse on both the sides from the left hand side. So B inverse B, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. Again, by associative property of matrix multiplication, B inverse B, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. So this is I. AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. I into any matrix of the same order with the same matrix, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse root. Now let us find inverses of some matrices using elementary operations. Suppose you want to find the inverse of matrix A, you can write A equal to A into I when using row operations. And for using column operation, you can write A equal to A into I, where I is the identity matrix of the same order for column operations. Here I'll use only row operations. You can do column operation yourself. The basic process will remain the same. In row operations, we write the matrix as A and then write A is equal to I into A, where I is the identity matrix of the same order as A. Let us take the first question. A is equal to 1 1 1. For using row operation, we write A equal to I into A, where I is the identity matrix of the same order as of A. A is 2 1 1 1. I will be 1 0 0 1 into A. Now, starting with the diagonal element 2, we will make all the elements below this 2 0 and will make this 2 as 1. 2 will be called the pivot element. The operation which we apply on the left side, the same operation will apply on the right side matrix I also. To make the first element 1, we'll divide the first row by 2. We can write R1 by 2. So dividing first row by 2, we'll get 1 1 by 2. Same operation will operate on the right side. 1 by 2, 0 by 2 is 0. Now we have not done any change in the row 2. So row 2 will be same, 1 1 0 1 into A. Now our next step will be make all the elements below this element 0 in the left hand side. So for making element below this element 0, what we can do is we can write R2 as R2 minus R1. So our second row will become 0 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 by 2 half. Same way on the other side, 0 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 1 minus 0 1. And now we have not done any change in the first row. So first row will copy as it is, 1 1 by 2 1 by 2 0 into A. What we have done is we have done R2, we have changed R2 to R2 minus R1. This 1 minus this 0, 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. Same way on the left side, 0 minus 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. Now our next pivot element will be this 1 by 2. That is the second element of the diagonal. Using this element, we'll make all other elements in the column 0 except this one. So what we can do is we can do R1 minus R2. We'll apply the same operation on both the side. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 0. Applying same operation on the left side. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. We have not done any change in the second row. 0 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 1 into A. Now lastly, we can multiply R2 by 2 so that this element becomes 1. So 1 0 0 1 1 minus 1 minus 1 2. So the inverse of the given matrix is this. As on the left side we have identity matrix, on the right side we have some matrix, say B into A is equal to I, identity matrix. It means that this must be the inverse of this matrix. So A inverse is equal to 1 minus 1 minus 1 2. Let us take the second example. When a is 6 minus 3 minus 2 1, 6 minus 3 minus 2 1. So we are using elementary row operation here. We'll write a equal to I into a equal to I into a, where I is the identity matrix of the same order. A is 6 minus 3 minus 2 1. I is 1 0 0 1 into a. Here the pivot element, that is the first element of the leading diagonal, is 6. This one. We have to make this as 1 and all the remaining element below this as 0. So what we can do is we can divide R1 by 6 so that the first element of the first row becomes 1. We get 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 2 1 1 by 6 0 0 1. We have not done any change in the row 2. In row 1 we have divided each element by 6. Now next step will be make all the element below the leading diagonal 0. That is, our next step will be make this as 0. To make this as 0, let us change R2 to R2 plus 2 R1. We are not doing any change in the R1 now. 1 minus 1 by 2 on the left side. On the right side 1 by 6 0. We are doubling the first row and adding it to the second row. We'll get 0. Here also we'll get 0 0 1 into a. Now on the left hand side, now our first element of the leading diagonal is 1, but the second element is 0. To find the inverse of A, we must have identity matrix on the left hand side. But in this case, we are not getting this element as non-zero number, so that we can make it 1 by dividing by some number. As the element of the leading diagonal is 0, so we cannot make it as 1 by dividing it by some number. So in this case, the inverse of the matrix A is not possible. Hence, A inverse cannot be found. Let us take one more example. Let A is equal to 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3. Let us write A is equal to I into A. We are doing here elementary row operations. A is 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3. Corresponding I will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Identity matrix of 3 by 3 order into A. Now here the pivot element is 2. So our first task will be to make it 1 and then make all the element below this as 0 using the row operation only. So R1 will change R1 to R1 by 2 on both the side. We'll get 1, 0, minus 1 by 2. And we are not doing any change in the row 2 and row 3. So 5, we'll copy them as it is. 0, 1, 3. 1 by 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 into A. Now next target is to make this element as 0 using row operations. So for that, what we'll do is we'll write R2 as R2 minus 5R1. We are not doing any change in the first row, so we'll copy the first row as it is. 1, 0, minus 1 by 2. And we are also not doing any change in the third row. Let us copy it as it is. 0, 1, 3. On the right hand side also. First row 1, 0, 0. Third row 0, 0, 1 into A. Second row 5 minus 5 times 1 is equal to 0. 1 minus 5 times 0 is 1. 0 minus 5 times minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Right side we'll have 5 minus 5 by 2, 1 and 0. Then our next pivot point will be second element of the leading diagonal and make all the elements it's above and below 0. The above element is already 0, so we'll make the below element 0. For that we'll do R3 minus R2, and we are not making any change in R1 and R3. So 1, 0, minus 1 by 2 is the first row. In second row also we are not making any change. So 0, 1, 5 by 2. Same thing right side. 1 by 2, 0, 0, minus 5 by 2, 1, 0. And in the last row, what we are doing is we are doing R3 minus R2. So here we'll get 0. Here also we'll get 0. Now R3 minus R2. 3 minus 5 by 2 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. On the right side also, we'll have 5 by 2 minus 1 and 1. Now our next pivot point is minus 1 by 2. So using this element, we have to make all the elements above this 0. Now we have to make all element above this pivot point 0. We'll change R1 to R1 plus R3. 1, 0, 0. At this stage we are not making any change in the row 2. So 0, 1, 5 by 2. And we are not making any change in the third row also. 0, 0, 1 by 2. Same process will repeat on the right hand side. R1 plus R3. This will be 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2, 6 by 2, that is 3. 0 plus minus 1 is minus 1. And 0 plus 1 is 1. And we have not made any change in the second and third row. Minus 5 by 2, 1 and 0, 5 by 2, minus 1 and 1 and 1 into A. Now in next stage we'll make this as 0. For that we'll do R2 minus 5R3, and we are not making any change in R1 and R3. R1 is 1, 0, 0. R3 is 0, 0, 1 by 2. On the right hand side also 3 minus 1, 1. 5 by 2 minus 1, 1. Second row is R2 minus 5R3. So there is no change here. Here also there will be no change. Here it will become 0. On the right side, R2 minus 5R2. 5 times of this. 5 5 is 25. 25 minus 5 by 2 minus 25 by 2 minus 30 by 2. Minus 30 by 2 is minus 15. Minus 15. 1 minus 5. 1 minus 5. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. And 0 minus 5 is minus 5 into A. Now, to make the left hand side as identity matrix, we have to multiply this by 2. This means the complete row. We will multiply the complete row by 2. So the row will become, now we are doing the operation R3 into 2, 0, 1, 0, 0. In second row there is no change, 0, 1, 0. In third row we are multiplying the whole row by 2, 0, 0, 1. Now left hand side has become identity matrix. The same operation will do on the right hand side. 3 minus 1, 1, minus 15, 6, minus 5, as there is no change in R1 and R2, but we are multiplying R3 by 2, so minus 5 by 2 into 2 is equal to 5, minus 1 into 2 is equal to minus 2, 1 into 2 is 2. So on the left hand side we have identity matrix, and on the right hand side we have a matrix B multiplied by A such that the product is identity matrix. It means that B is the inverse of A, that is A inverse is equal to 3 minus 1, 1, minus 15, 6, minus 5, 5, minus 2, 2. This is the answer. So this much only in this video. In our next video, we'll learn about determinants and their properties. Thank you.